What's up, guys? So I haven't uploaded a video in a while. It's been like a couple weeks or like 3 weeks or whatnot. But Mass Effect Andromeda, I think that's how you pronounce it, came out. I love the game. I'm a big fan of the multiplayer. It's real chill, relaxed. I like the grind aspect to it, and the campaign's awesome as well. But the gameplay you're watching is I think it's a gold Apex mission, plus 200% precision kills or weak point, whatever it's called, and minus 50% overall gun damage. But what I wanted to make this video about is if people are kind of new to the multiplayer, I'm noticing when I'm playing like the bronze Apex missions and whatnot, a lot of people are making almost like rookie mistakes. Like it's the first time they're playing the game, and yeah, I just wanted to go over a few things that I've seen. So maybe if you see this, the chances if you actually see this, you might, not fuck up too much. You know what I mean? But anyways, I think the first thing to do is when you first play the game and you first play a bronze, the shit's actually a lot harder than you'd expect. You can't just go full ramble. You know what I mean? It's not like Call of Duty where you can just run in the middle of everybody and expect to live. Even on the easiest difficulty, when you first start as a level 1, you have to play extremely tactical, and you gotta use teamwork and whatnot. I mean, when I first played a few bronzes, me and my buddy of mine, we failed like the first 3 or 4 missions before we actually completed it, a full 7 waves. So it is very difficult, especially if you're not used to the multiplayer style, I guess you can say. But yeah, that's like the first thing I noticed. Like I see a lot of level 1 characters, they try to go rambo and they're always dying, you know. Then they play super passive, especially on like the mission rounds like 3 and 6, and they don't really contribute towards the team effort. But that's like the first thing. It's more tactical. It's more of a tactical game than anything else, which I enjoy. It makes it fun. If you can see in here, I don't know if I've done any yet, but on like the bigger armor target bosses, we're communicating. I mean, these are all friends of mine, so we're trying to set up like fire combos, tech combos, biotic combos. We're trying to set all these stuff up just because it makes life easier, and that's something. If you're playing with random people, it's kind of hard to do, especially if they're not really sticking as a group. Like that's another thing too. You gotta stick together in this game. It's very hard, unless you're like an infiltrator where you can go invisible, or I think vanguards can go by themselves. Not really in gold, but in like silver and bronzes, the vanguards can really go by themselves and shine. But yeah, most of the time we're kind of sticking together. That's a big tip. And when you first start like your consumables, when you first start opening packs, like the biggest thing is like people try to save for the premium packs, and when you first start the game, that's like the worst thing you can do, is just save up the MP credits to get a premium pack. I mean, with that like 100,000 credits, you can get 20 basic packs, and in that 20 basic packs, you can level up your bronze characters, you can level up your bronze guns, like a level 10 human vanguard, rank 10 or whatever it's called, when you roll the character 10, is better than like a 1 Krogan vanguard. You know what I mean? Like you start off with a lot more skill points, and you can be a lot more tankier at a level 1. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is you want to max out getting all your bronze stuff first before you start opening expert, advanced, premium packs. You want to try and max out all your bronze, because when you start playing the higher difficulties and when you start opening up the bigger packs, you're eliminating those items that you can possibly get. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of shitty if you open a premium pack and you get a few golds, right, and you get a bronze. You don't want to see shit like that. So it's a terrible feeling. So the first thing you really want to do is just try to max out all your bronze items, your attachments, the guns, the characters. Try to get them all to that 10, fucking Roman numeral 10. And yeah, it's a big difference. Like what's that fucking assault rifle? The first assault rifle you get that rank 10. That's better than getting like a uncommon rank 1. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's so much. It's people just, I don't know if people just look at like the rarity and they think it's just because it's rare, it's better than what you already have, like a bronze or like a common or an uncommon. The ranking on the guns and the characters really do influence how well you do in the game and your damage output and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's one of those things. And when you start getting consumables, I noticed a lot of people, they just use it like right off the bat. Like wave one, I'm seeing wave one or wave two. Like if you go down when you're so early in the game, you shouldn't be reviving yourself. You know, especially when you first start, you only can hold 2 of each, right? 2 first aids, 2 RPGs, and 2 revives. You only can hold 2 of each, and you really want to hold those for the later waves. You know, like wave 6 or the extraction. You really want to save it. You don't want to use it in the beginning, and then when you get to the end, you have nothing to use. So that's one of those things where I see it a lot, actually, when I'm playing like the bronze Apex missions. Holy fuck. My throat is fucking me right now. But I see it a lot where, you know, there's like 3 enemies left on wave 2, and the guy goes down and he just instantly revives himself. And it's like, it happens so often. Like, I'm surprised it happens this often. You want to save those as much as possible for the later rounds. For example, if you're watching this is a gold, and we saved, I believe, all of our things for wave 6 or 7. I don't think I used a couple on wave 6, but like all our RPGs or we was using like wave 7 and whatnot, really to help us out. But you wanna try to save them as long as possible throughout the duration of the waves and the mission, because it really helps out in the later rounds. Especially when you're doing the mission levels, like I think the first one we had was devices, and the second one was annihilation or assassination. I think assassination, and that's when you really want to start using your RPGs to make it faster. Maybe you can get 3-star for objective score. That you know, that's for like credits and experience and whatnot. But yeah, you can see it. And another strategy is like, I think you should tactically camp in this game, especially when you're playing on these harder difficulties. Like we was sticking on that high ground for the longest time, and once we start feeling a little pressure, we're just gone. You know what I mean? Like it's just, we're not trying to hold the fucking objective. It's not like King of the Hill or some shit where you just want to stay there. Like it's part of the game to just start fucking running, turn around, run, pick a couple guys off, you know, then run some more, make laps around the map, train some enemies. It's one of those things where you can't just constantly try to fucking 1v1 everything. Then you'll start dying a lot more. You wanna try to get into the least amount of gunfights as possible. And this is a nifty little trick. So as you can see, after each round, especially in the higher difficulties like silver and gold, you barely get any health back after the round is finished. So if you want to get a full bar of health, usually we wait till like the last 1 or 2 guys, and then we purposely down ourselves. We get the revive and we get full health. I mean, that's the tip that you gotta kind of be in a party to do, because unless the public people, the random people have mics and whatnot. But that's a big tip. Like purposely down yourself, get a teammate to revive you so you can get your full health back. You can start the next round with full health, and instead of like half or like 3/4 or something like that. So I think that's very important. It's not very important. It just helps out. Every little thing at the higher difficulties helps out. It's one of those. Yeah. It's cool if you do it. It won't really hurt you if you don't do it, but it's pretty cool. So right here, it's just, we're just holding this high ground. The way you spec your character too is very important. Maybe I'll upload some videos how I mod my characters. Right now, one of my favorite characters is the Turian Havoc's trooper. I really like turbocharge. I like to incinerate to set off tech combos, and I like the bulkiness with the shield to health and the 100% evasive damage reduction too. I really I enjoy that, especially when you start running, you start boosting, running. That really helps. That really makes a big difference. So yeah, I don't know. This is like one of my favorite characters at the moment. Um, I haven't really used anybody else. I've been switching between the human vanguards, the Krogan vanguard. I didn't get rank 10 yet, so I'm trying to wait and use the characters I do have at rank 10 first, and then eventually other characters would get to rank 10 before I actually start leveling them up. I feel like I don't know. That's just me. I rank maxed out or all my bronze characters or my common characters, the human guys. They're all the rank 10. So I'm just gonna try level all those guys up, and then hopefully by the time I finish doing all that, I'll get like my uncommons all 10. I got a couple rares at 10, and maybe I'll even get the N7s at 10 too. So it's just a grind. This game is just a straight grind, and I enjoy it. That's why I enjoy this game. It's it's difficult, but it's not impossible, especially when you're playing with a team. And it feels rewarding when you get good things out of the fucking premium packs. When you don't spend money, it feels rewarding and stuff. So I find it pretty cool. And one other thing is like the strike teams too. I think I don't know if people are not utilizing the strike teams well enough. I don't know, like the people that I play with, they only like stick to one strike team. I don't know if that's the way to go. Right now I have 4 strike teams. I have one at level 20 that's has 4 positive traits. I've one at like 15. It just got a negative trait. It's a little bummer. It got a negative trait. And then one is like brand new, straight out of the gate, level 1, and I think one is level 8 or something. And I feel like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I got a shit. I feel like there's more strike missions or whatever, strike team missions with the more squads you have. I don't know, I feel like there's more that pop into your menu, and you can just get more mission funds. Like, just from tonight alone, after I bought my fourth guy, I got back 40 mission funds just in one night. And in the mornings, like when I wake up to get ready to work, I just turn on my PS4 and just send them on another strike mission during the day. You know, it's just something that takes 5 minutes, and you never know if they fucking win. Congratulations, you know, and it's just level up your strike teams faster, get more mission funds. I think I'm gonna try get 6 teams, and from there on I'm just gonna stockpile mission funds, because there are future equipment that are coming out. You can see it in, like, if you go to your prestige and your calling cards or whatever those things are called in your collection or whatever. Equipment is the adaptive war amp, combative upgrade, engineering kit, and the gorilla upgrade. So there's still 4 equipment that's still yet to come out. So I don't know how much it's gonna cost in the mission funds, but yeah, at a point I'm gonna start stockpiling the shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, as of right now, I mean, we just finished that wave 6. That's when I start using my consumables, right? I got my RPG. I just wanted to get it over with. Maybe if it was closer, I was aiming to try get a 3-star, but unfortunately we didn't. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty chill. I mean, once you start getting the hang of the game, once you start upgrading characters, I think another big thing to do is to get a character you're very comfortable with, get it to level 20 and just leave it at level 20. I think if you reset it's a weird thing, because some people just like to reset right after they hit level 20. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like with certain characters I'm just gonna keep at 20, just for the fact where when I need to run something where I need to use the best equipment possible, the best character, the best guns, I have it, you know, right there. And then when we're playing the bronzes and the silvers, I'll be switching back to the weaker characters, because it's a struggle. Like, if you're playing a gold and you're like anything less than 15, it's a struggle unless you have some gangster guns, which most likely is not happening. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoy the game. This is Extraction. This is where we used almost all of our Cobra RPGs. I used a couple, and everybody else used a few, just to wipe it out faster. You don't have to deal with anything. You know, it makes everything simpler. So that's why I feel like, you know, it's very important to save your consumables for the later rounds, because it does get a lot harder than like the first 2 rounds. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all the basic tips about this game. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, play as a team, stick together. Don't think you're fucking Rambo. That's the big one I see, especially playing bronzes, when you notice someone just got a character and they just want to fucking go and Rambo with this shit, and they just like die instantly. So yeah, I enjoy this game. It's fun. I might start putting up some of my characters, how I mod them, like the strategies that I go through with my teammates. And yeah, this Gold Apex, I like what they did with the Apex missions. They give like the boosters and shit. I don't know if they did that. I can't remember if they did it in Mass Effect 3. They didn't have strike teams, that's why. So I'm assuming they didn't have. The game is so old. Mass Effect 3 came out so long time ago. I forget, but I do enjoy it. I love playing the ones that give extra bonus damage to snipers, assault rifles. That's my shit. I love sniping in this game. I love using assault rifles. So usually that's the only gold missions I do. I won a couple golds, plain golds without any modifiers, but every time there's a modifier, it's fucking done deals. Easy money. I'm always winning. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got something useful of this commentary, and maybe I will upload my builds later. Yeah, deuces.